have not been taught how to be married, how to be wives, how to be husbands. So most people do it for the sake of it. And when it comes to women, they will marry a guy who's willing to provide. They don't like him. They don't want to be wives. They don't want to do wifely duties. But because he's going to do something they want, they will just bite the bullet and get married to him. And we all know that usually leads to sexless marriages because once they get married, they know if he decides to leave or if she decides to leave, she'll take the house, she'll take the kids, she'll get alimony. So they don't care. They gain more if they get married rather than just being single, right? So why get married if you think his vision is not good enough, if you think you're compromising yourself? So in other words, they want to be single and married at the same time. It doesn't work like that.
Can you give me an example of what you mean by not making sense? Well, if you're gonna do that, fuck it then. Don't do it.
No, I'm saying.
She already said the key point when she said a woman doesn't have to compromise her goals or her career. So I think that speaks to the sentiment.
No,
because
I'm saying it's just it's always automatically assumed that the woman must give up herself to her man's dreams. And it shouldn't have to work
we
that
did
way.
it for 100 years straight, from 1930 all the way up into the late Vietnam War up in the
I
1970s.
know, and
For
and a
y'all,
lot of those
but
women
y'all
were
can't
very
turn around and
miserable.
this is what we got to deal with. Men have been doing this, dying in droves.
So
for
so
you to
real
go out
quick,
here and carry on like this, and y'all can't return the favor for your husband. We did
So
it in millions, thousands of men did it just for the sake of all of us. But y'all
I
can't
just
do
wa-
it just for your husband. Like, wow.
I just wanted to present a question, kind of to Amir's point, right? She stated that these guys would have low testosterone, or like, so basically these guys that women are describing, they come in like simp mode, right? Do you think it's more important to have a man that's more masculine? Because there are dudes who are going to cooperate like this. There are guys, I already know it. I see it. There's plenty of guys who are going to, yes, honey, all that shit, right? They're going
Yeah.
to absolutely be a
Happy wife, happy life. There are guys who will marry this woman. Obviously, she was married before, now divorced, but there are guys absolutely who will marry a woman like her.
agreeable and all of that stuff. Is it more important to have that in your life as a simp, or do you think it's more desirable to have somebody who's actually masculine, who actually can take a lot of the strain off of you and make things easier and just be a man? Which would you rather? What do you think is most important? Because trying to put them together, they don't really infuse. It's an archetype or the other. It doesn't come with both of those. What do the ladies think is most important to you? Which would you rather have? You don't have to go at once, but
come
Dr.
on.
Leo, you muted.
I think
Use my
Frazier,
position.
by calling him a simp, might have thrown the whole thing off. Maybe if you just described him as
Okay, well, let's not call him.
Well,
Let's not call him what he is. Let's just say a man like that. Let's just do that.
So let me rephrase for you, Trev, so
Okay.
I can present it on equal. So would you prefer a man who requires you to default to whatever his plan is and follow his vision, pretty much with knowing that he has the family at the front of his mind and he thinks this is best and it's a decision that you may not agree with, but the man that you're with almost requires you to be on board with that? Or would you prefer a man who you could veto his word and say, hey, I don't think that's the best plan and we're gonna do it this way? Like, which one is that? Is that kind of how you was asking the trail without adding the colorful language to either side?
Basically picking a man who's a leader
Close enough.
and picking a man that's not a leader. So a leader
A
is
yes man.
basically they have kind of like I'll say the last
Structure.
say into things, right? They're leading the family. And then you have someone that's not leading the family. It's more like we're gonna make the decision or you're gonna make the decision and then we're gonna go with that. Which man would you choose?
Crickets.
Okay. So I'm in a gray area at this point. Mostly just because I don't follow anybody. Um, I
That's why you're divorced.
compromise with people. I pick someone whose vision is is in line with mine as well. We have to have the same ideas about life. We have to have the same goals for our lives and our families. So in that case, if I am with a man who aligns with my vision for my life,
She wants to be the leader.
then yeah, sure.
And I told
But
you,
I'm not.
I can tell she's a masculine woman. So the title is definitely spot on, for sure. Because obviously she's divorced for a reason, because she couldn't follow her man. But this is the thing, it's like they want to, like I said, women want to be single but married at the same time, or single but in a relationship. It doesn't work like that. It's never gonna work. Now it could work if she gets a man who's just gonna let her do whatever she wants, but eventually she's probably gonna cheat on him, or sexless marriage. Something is gonna happen where she's gonna yearn for a guy who will put her in a place, like they like to say. But anyway, man, shout out to Lapif, link down below.